Nadine Eberhardt stood at the stove and stirred a pot of cocoa vin, humming to herself. She'd seen the recipe on a food show and figured, how hard could it be? It looked a bit dry, so she added more Pinot Noir. The heady aroma rose and floated toward her. She closed her eyes and sighed. Satisfied, she poured some wine into her glass and sipped it. Dinner was in less than an hour. She began taking plates and silverware out and laying them on the table, reflecting on her day. She'd spent the morning with her daughter, Emma, buying things she'd need for her dorm room. Her only child was leaving for college soon, hundreds of miles away, and it was strange to imagine their home without Emma in it. Nadine would soon be setting places for 2 instead of 3, alone with her husband again after all these years. It was going to be a brand new phase for their marriage. That, at least, was something to look forward to, especially after the wonderful tropical vacation she and Richard had just enjoyed in Hawaii. She smiled to herself. It had been a week in paradise, almost like a second honeymoon. Her musings were interrupted by the ringing of the doorbell. Their dog, Herman, a rangy Irish wolfhound mix, came tearing in from the other room, looked at her, and tore off for the front door. "Oh, Herman," Nadine muttered as she set the plates down and made her way to the front of the house. "It's not like you can open it, and God help us if he ever learns how." "Coming," she called out. Herman sat waiting for her at the double door, peering up at her through his unruly hair no amount of product could ever fix, his tail thumping against the floor. Herman loved company, visitors, the mailman, delivery men, and especially those Girl Scouts who sold cookies. Assuming it was Richard at the door, Nadine opened it and said, "Did you forget your keys again?" 2 things happened simultaneously. First, Nadine realized it wasn't Richard standing there on the porch, but a pair of strangers, a woman with a young boy who looked to be about 4 or 5. Second, Herman tried to lunge outside to greet the unknown visitors, confident they would like to be jumped on and covered in sloppy kisses. Reflexively, Nadine closed the door partway and put her knee in front of the narrow opening. Not to be deterred, Herman stuck his snout over Nadine's leg and whined, his tail wagging happily behind him. These were new people that he did not know and must win over. "Stop it," Nadine said, grabbing hold of his collar and trying to pull him back. He whined some more. Through the gap in the door, she said, "I'm sorry about him. He gets a little excited with visitors. Can I help you?"